Hi, I'm Erin Kirby, and I'm here interviewing with Camera Effect Promotions.
So, how's your daily life, daily routine changed so far in quarantine with the stay-at-home order and all that?
Yeah, so I have been sleeping a lot later in the day and going to bed way later. I already go to bed around like 2 anyway, but recently I just have not been able to sleep. We went ahead and we got chicken, so that has kind of changed the
Food?
daily routine. Now we have to have some extra pets in there to just kind of, you know, clean and keep up with, which is totally fine. So that's kind of changed.
My sleep schedule has been so off too. The only days it's on is when I have class because everything switched virtually. So
Yeah,
it's so weird. Because I'm
yeah.
supposed to graduate too for my associates, but
Oh, okay.
the ceremony is just postponed. But they're gonna mail me my diploma, so that's what matters, right?
Yeah, that's really small. I know they were talking about possibly just pushing back graduation so that they could still have one, which I
Yeah.
think is kind of crazy.
I mean, for like the high school kids and the grammar school kids, it's even worse because it's like their first big like accomplishment, and then
Right.
I just feel bad, like no prom,
Yeah.
photos, all of that.
Yeah.
How long do you think the whole coronavirus and pandemic and everything is going to affect concerts and festivals and touring?
Um, so from what I've heard here and there, I definitely feel like it's gonna push most things back, especially touring, back until like 2021. Um, I just think that people are trying to be really cautious because with going on tour and traveling and just you're creating this environment for lots of people to gather all on top of each other. So I think that we're all just trying to push it back as far as possible just so we can get this taken care of first, rather than being like, oh, come out and stand next to some stranger and,
Yeah,
possibly
it's
get
too
sick. We don't
dangerous.
want that to happen.
Yeah, I read a few like predictions and it said 2021, but as much as nobody wants that to happen, I think it'll be the safest thing at this time.
Right.
Saw that you performed at the Apollo. What was that like for
Yes.
you, being so young and playing at such a legendary venue, like a
Well,
legendary event?
my parents have always showed me the Apollo Theater and the stage and everything online. We used to watch the videos. And so it's always been a goal of mine was to sing there. And when I got the opportunity to do the show, it was a definite yes immediately. It was my first time in New York, and I had a fabulous time. I would say it was one of the smoothest like events and shows that I've ever done, honestly.
Hmm.
Um, it was great. It was like honestly magical, just being like, oh my god, I'm standing right here, all these legends have been. And it was really cool.
How did that process go? Like, how were you chosen? How did you get the opportunity?
A casting agent found me on Instagram and she sent me a DM, and I was like, yes. And so we did a few like Skype like interviews and stuff like that just to make
Hmm.
sure we had everything lined up. um and we just kind of flew out to New York, and then we stayed there for a while. We had, I think it was one or two rehearsals, and then I performed, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, it was great. I watched the performance just
Oh, thank you.
like. What was it like being on Kim of Queens at such a young age, like a TV show and everything?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. It feels like I loved pageants at the time, and it was a fun experience. It didn't go as planned, at least as from what I was told was going to happen on my episode.
Hmm.
Um, but it's TV, and they want certain things to happen on TV, and
Yeah.
they want it to be dramatic and things like that. So as a kid, I I mean, I was taken back by a lot of things that they would tell me to do and stuff like that. I would just be like, "Oh yeah, that's fine," because I didn't really. They were
Yeah.
tricking me, I feel like, and I didn't really care. Now looking back at it, I probably would have stood up a little bit more, but all the girls were super sweet. We're still super close.
Oh, that's great.
Kim is great. It had nothing to do with Kim or Allison or any of the girls. It was just the production at the time.
Yeah, like you said, they probably wanted the most drama possible.
Right.
What did you expect going into American Idol auditions?
I had no idea what to expect, to be quite honest. I wasn't nervous, which was good because most people get really nervous. I was just really excited, and so generally my like excitedness covers up my nerves. But I walked into the audition room, and the judges were just so beautiful that they just kind of looked like robots sitting there. And I was just like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe you are robots. I don't know if you're real right now. I'm just gonna sing. I'm just gonna sing.
I see Katie really liked your performance. Do you have a favorite judge?
Yes. Yeah, she was really sweet. Honestly, all of them they had great comments. I wish that they would have shown that a little bit more. Just the things that they were saying was super sweet. Lionel Richie told me that as soon as I'm on tour, he expects backstage passes. Katy Perry told me that she just sees me as like another artist she would see on the red carpet. Like she doesn't really see me even as a contestant on the show and stuff like that. And that was really, really sweet and really inspiring.
So how did you feel being sent like to Hollywood Week?
I was so excited. I've never felt like so in my element before. There were just so many musicians and we just had a lot of fun. I was really excited for that. It went by very fast, unfortunately. It felt like the days just kept moving so quickly, but that's okay because we still had a great time and I made a lot of great memories.
Well, that's what matters.
Yes.
Most important thing you learned from the American Idol experience?
I learned a lot, to be quite honest with you. It definitely helped with my stage presence and just being more confident on stage. Just learning that just kindness, because when I went into it, I tried to be as nice to everyone as possible, and it is a competition, and so there's certain people that aren't going to be as nice as others. So I think that it really taught me, don't let that bother you and just kind of stay focused, still be nice to others, and just let God shine through you.
Perfect. I saw that you recently sang on Instagram Live with JoJo. Was that a big deal to you?
That was so shocking.
I only saw like a snippet. What did she think?
She was very sweet. She thought it was great. I personally would not say it was my best performance. I was just kind of like chilling in my bedroom, and she was like, "Oh, are there any singers on here?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm a singer." She added me in. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Wow.
I had like no makeup on my face. I was so not prepared. I sing her song Joanna on literally all of my sets, and I totally like just kind of messed it up, but it's fine.
Right place, right time.
Right. So she was really sweet and she really enjoyed it. She said that she told everyone to follow me and stuff like that.
Well, that's kind of her.
Yeah.
You said kindness, most important.
Yes.
Do you own a farm or do you just have a lot of pets? Because I seen the post of the chickens and I was curious if you like lived on a farm or just have a lot of pets.
I just have a lot of pets. I don't have a farm, although we've talked about getting some more like farm animals because we have 4 dogs, 1 cat, 2 rabbits, and then now 6 chickens.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've talked about possibly expanding. My dream pet is a pig. So I know one day I will have a pig. Right. So we talked about getting a donkey and stuff like that. I just don't know if it's going to happen right now or later. It depends on when all of this kind of thing calms down and we can go back outside and start building and stuff like that.
Understandable. I just have 1 lizard.
That's so cool, though.
I can show you him.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He's so big. He's so cute.
Thank you.
Aw.
He's a bearded dragon.
That's so cute. Is he sweet?
Yeah, he is.
That's good.
Yay, I love pets.
Me too.
So in February, you just released Lying.
Yeah.
What's the feedback been like for that?
A lot of people have really liked the song, which I was kind of shocked by because it was a little bit more of an acoustic song versus other things that I put out and that I'm planning on putting out, and a lot of people have loved it.
I liked it. It was stuck in my head. So
Thank you. That's a good
mission
thing.
accomplished.
Yay!
When can we expect new music or an EP?
Definitely within the few couple of months that are coming up. I have some songs. I'm just trying to choose which one do I want to put out, when do I want to put it out. So very soon I'll be putting out some more singles, and then I will go ahead and put out an EP.
Yay! What inspired that song?
Well, I was kind of having really big writer's block, and I write best when I'm in just this calm, more emotional state of mind, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Mom, I was talking to my mom. I was like, Mom, I just have so much writer's block, and I don't know what to do about it, because she paints, and so she always has told me when she gets block for painting and she doesn't really know what to paint. So I was like, Mom, what do you do? She was just like, well, imagine yourself when you wrote one of your favorite songs that you've written, and just kind of write a song from that state of mind and that point. And I was like, that's a good idea. So I tried that. And I just wanted to pick some simple word, and lying was a simple word, and I just wrote a song from that.
It worked. What would be your dream collab with any artist?
Ed Sheeran. His writing is so good, and he just seems like the coolest person.
He does.
I get one question that's asked a lot about anti-bullying and things like that, how I deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a frequent question because I did an anti-bullying tour. I met a lot of great kids from that. And, being in the public eye, it's difficult sometimes because people always want to say something negative. Either it's about your voice or the way you look or the way you style yourself, things like that. I think for me, the biggest thing is I'm very religious, and I just have to remember that I'm made in God's image and he loves me the way I am. So I'm not going to let someone else rip that to pieces, because that's the truth. It's in the Bible. And so can't let some stranger, be angry towards me. I'll just pray for them.
Good. Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
Yes.
With the internet being sometimes it's a double-edged sword because there's so much good that can happen, like the communication between the pandemic and how you can talk to your friends and family and how artists can talk to fans, but then how there's these keyboard warriors that they could just tell you off because they don't like a certain thing about you when it doesn't make sense to do that or to be so rude.
Yeah, I love that statement. Keyboard warriors. I really like that.
Yeah. Where can we keep in touch with you? What are your social medias?
So all of my social media is Erin Kirby Music. It's the same thing everywhere, ERINKIRBY Music. So if you have any social media, you can follow me on that platform at Erin Kirby Music.
Yay! It was great meeting and talking with you, and I appreciate you giving me your time.
Thank you so much for this.
Of course. We'll be in touch.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.